In the haunting stillness of a Tennessee forest in 1983, a team of investigators uncovered a perplexing case involving an unknown victim who would remain nameless for nearly 4 decades. A teenager's body was unearthed from the desolate, wooded area of Sycamore Lane in Crossville. This town, already troubled by rampant drug abuse and frequent violent assaults, was further shaken by the discovery of this 1983 homicide. The forensic team found multiple stab wounds on the victim's body, leading them to conclude that it was a clear case of homicide. On August 26, 1983, the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office discovered the body of a man who had been stabbed numerous times. The unidentified remains of a 17-year-old teenager were brought to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, known as the TBI. The investigators did everything within their power to crack the case, starting with uncovering the victim's identity. The TBI enlisted their specialized unit, the Unidentified Human Remains DNA Initiative, and collaborated with the Cumberland County Sheriff to identify the long-lost victim. During the extensive investigation, officers, detectives, and law enforcement agents worked tirelessly and stumbled upon a potential suspect named Michael Lee Carmack, whose background and activities soon became a focal point of their inquiries. This case would challenge their investigative skills and dedication for many years. In May 1988, Michael faced charges for the homicide of this unidentified man, but the exact reason behind the crime remains unclear to many people. That same year, he confessed to these charges in Cumberland County Court and was sentenced to 20 years in prison for second-degree murder. Although he did not explain the motive for the killing, it is widely believed to have been a random act, as he did not disclose the victim's identity. Despite justice being served to the offender, investigators were left in the dark about the identity of Cumberland County's John Doe. They continued their unsuccessful efforts for the next 24 years until September 2007. During this year, the University of Tennessee Forensic Anthropology Center sent a sample of his remains to the University of North Texas Center for Human Identification, which eventually produced a reconstructed DNA profile. Almost instantly, the profile was deemed fraudulent, raising more questions. The University of Tennessee Forensic Anthropology Center submitted the profile through the Combined DNA Index System and the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System with high hopes of identifying him, but no matches were found despite numerous attempts, frustrating the investigative team greatly. In December 2022, as part of the Unidentified Human Remains DNA Initiative, TBI agents sent a sample of the man's skeletal remains to Othram in Texas for forensic genetic genealogical analysis. Researchers at Othram were provided with much superior forensic-grade tools and were able to create an adequate DNA extract from the remains. The team processed the profile and generated leads which were given to the Tennessee Bureau. The investigation resumed from where it had paused, and along with the TBI agents, an intelligence analyst was hired who utilized Othram's investigative leads to find potential relatives in Michigan. The Cumberland John Doe was eventually identified as Kenneth LaValle Thompson of Detroit, Michigan. Born on April 11, 1965, Kenneth was only 17 when his family lost contact with him in Tennessee. Agents reached out to the extended family, who mentioned having a brother but had not heard from him in the past 4 decades. After completing standard tests and DNA reference samples confirmed his identity, officers still had lingering questions about the circumstances surrounding his disappearance and the mysterious events that followed. Although Kenneth Thompson's identity was finally confirmed, many aspects of the case remain shrouded in mystery. Who was Kenneth Thompson? Why was he brutally murdered? These questions still seek answers. The case remains open, with the hope that someday, investigators will be able to provide Kenneth's family with the closure they desperately need. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories from our True Crime series.